Hello students, today we will learn the topic atomic mass and atomic mass unit. Atomic mass is nothing but it's a relative term. It's a calculation of mass of atoms, the atoms which are there in this earth, or nothing but the elements that you see in the periodic table, their atoms, what is the atomic mass. In a simple way, atomic mass is nothing but mass of atom. Whenever we do any kind of the calculation, we should have to have a standard. Now to calculate the atomic mass of the atoms of the elements, the standard is chosen as carbon. Carbon atom and carbon element. Why we are choosing carbon as the standard? Why not any other element? What makes us to say this is the standard? There are certain criteria by which carbon is chosen as standard. Carbon is an element which is present in our nature in an abundant quantity, in a very large quantity. It is an element which is not inert. Whenever we take a standard, it should react. It cannot be an inert element like some inert gas. And also it is not an element which is going to react explosively, suddenly, like a bomb explosion. It's not like that. It reacts in a convenient way. It is present in a large quantity. And one very important property of the carbon-12 isotope of the carbon, this which is we are going to take as a standard. Another one more important property is it will not disintegrate. As the time passes, it will not diminish. There are many elements, as time passes, they are going to diminish, they will disintegrate. So based on this, that is abundancy, it will react in a better way with many elements. It is not an inert element, it is not going to be explosive when it is reacting, and it is not going to disintegrate. We are considering carbon-12 as a standard one. Now, this carbon-12 which is taken as a standard, imagine one atom of the carbon-12, you can view, you can see like this. Now I have to take in this carbon, what is the standard? Is this one full atom is a standard? No. We are going to take a part of it as a standard. So suppose if I divide this into 12 parts, which you can see here, I will shade the area which is 1/12 of it. So this part 1/12 of the carbon 12, if we take that part, we are going to consider as one atomic mass unit. Any atomic mass that we calculate, it is in comparison with 1/12 part of the carbon. How much other element atoms are heavier than compared to this particular 1/12 part of the carbon atom? That is called as a atomic mass. I hope you are understanding what is atomic mass. Atomic mass is nothing but it's a relative term. It's a calculation of atomic mass in comparison with 1/12 mass of the carbon-12 atom. So if I have to express, how do I write? What is the way I can write the definition? Atomic mass, or you can also call as relative mass of element, is what? It is nothing but mass of one atom of element divided by 1/12 mass of one atom of carbon-12. This is what we call it as atomic mass. Okay students, now you understood what is the definition of atomic mass. Now this atomic mass, again I am writing here, I have written here, one atomic mass is nothing but, one atomic mass unit is nothing but 1/12 mass of carbon-12. We also express in a modern method, in a latest way, the atomic mass unit in terms of U also. That is called as unified mass. AMU is atomic mass unit. If you write U, it is called as unified mass. They are one and the same. Now let us understand how much this one atomic mass unit in terms of grams, how much it is equal to. So if I have to calculate this in terms of grams, I must take the mass of 1/12 part. Now first I will tell you the value here, then I will tell you how actually it is calculated. 1 atomic mass unit, if you are expressing in terms of grams, it is equal to 1.66056 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. That is this 1/12 part which is there. This is, what is the weight of that? The weight of that is 1.66056 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. Now this is, I have told you the value, so you are assuming. Let's understand how exactly practically it is calculated. In order to calculate practically, we need the quantity that is measurable. And for that, we always, what we do, we take 1 mole of substance. 1 mole of carbon is 12 grams of carbon. But 12 grams of carbon, 1 mole, which you will be understanding in the coming up videos. The detailed explanation I will be giving how 1 mole. For the time being, you can understand 1 mole is nothing but 1 gram atomic mass of the substance. Carbon, when we are taking, 12 is the atomic mass. 12 grams of carbon is nothing but 1 mole. And this will contain exactly 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms of carbon. Are you understanding? 1 mole of carbon when I am taking, what it is? It's a 12 grams of carbon. What it is having? It is having 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. That number, so many number of atoms are present. I will write it in a reverse way. 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms of carbon. What is the mass of this? This is equal to 12 grams. Now what I want? In 1 AMU. 1 AMU is how much? It is 1/12 part. Before I write 1/12 part, first I will take what is the mass of 1 atom of carbon. The mass of 1 atom of carbon, it will be equal to 1 into 12 divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay. Now let me go to the definition, that is 1 AMU. So what is 1 AMU? 1 AMU is nothing but 1/12. 1/12 of mass of the carbon atom. Mass of the carbon atom, 1 atom which is there, it is nothing but 12 divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. And this, it is equal to, if you work it out, we are going to get it is exactly equal to 1.66056 into 10 to the power of minus 24 gram. I hope you have understood. 1 atomic mass is equal to 1.66056 into 10 to the power 24. How do we get? By considering the 1 mole of the atoms of carbon and then calculate. So which is nothing but the 1 atomic mass unit. Okay students, now let us note down what is 1 atomic mass unit. 1 atomic mass unit is nothing but 1/12 mass of a carbon atom 12, or if you want to express in terms of grams, it is 1.66056 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. Or if we have to calculate by using the Avogadro number, simply we can write 1 atomic mass unit is nothing but 1 divided by Avogadro number, which is 1 divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Now we will calculate the atomic mass of hydrogen. Atomic mass of hydrogen, or we can also call it is relative atomic mass also. Relative mass, according to the definition, what it is? It is mass of 1 atom. So if I want hydrogen, I should write mass of 1 atom of hydrogen, which is experimentally found, and divided by 1/12 mass of carbon 12. The mass of one atom of hydrogen experimentally found is 1.6736, and this, as we have understood here, this into 10 to the power of minus 24, and for this one, that is 1/12 mass of the carbon 12, it is equal to 1.66056 into 10 to the power of minus 24. If you work out this, you are going to get 1.0078. This is the atomic mass unit. 1.0078 is which is the atomic mass of hydrogen. Okay students, now what you learnt? How to calculate the atomic mass of element. Now when you look at the periodic table, we are not going to have the atomic mass like what I said by taking one particular isotope. Why? Because we see many elements that we have, they will be existing in our nature in the form of different isotopes, many isotopes. Some will be 3, 4, like this so on. So when we have to express the atomic mass of those elements, what we have to do is we have to take average of all the atomic masses, and then we have to express. And whatever that you see in the periodic table, the atomic mass which is there, it is nothing but average atomic mass. How do we define? It is the sum of masses of its isotopes, each multiplied by its natural abundance. Abundance that has to be taken in terms of percentage of atom of that element that are of a given isotope. In a simplified way, let me just tell you what does it mean is, suppose if there are one element is having two isotopes. One is present, whatever the total quantity which is present, we have to consider it 100%. If one it is present 75, another is 25, we have to consider 75% of that and 25% of the other. Calculate separately what is the atomic mass for them and then take the average of them. Now let us find out by taking one example where you can still more clearly you will understand. Let's take the example of carbon isotope. Carbon exists in our nature C12, C13, C14. At this point I also want to tell what is isotope so that you can understand still better. Isotopes are nothing but they are the atoms of the elements which are having same atomic number but different atomic mass. And when you are looking the carbon, in our nature carbon atom which will be there, which will be existing in the form of C12, atomic mass is 12, 13, atomic mass 13 and C14. Now if I have to calculate what is the average atomic mass of carbon in total to express it. This I have written a table here about their abundancy. This you can get as an examination question itself. So C12 in our nature that will be existing, the abundancy of that is 98.89% and the atomic mass of that is equal to 12. C13, its abundancy is 1.108%. Atomic mass in terms of AMU 13.00335. Carbon 14, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 10 abundancy, and atomic mass unit of that is 14.00317. So if I have to calculate average atomic mass according to the definition, how it is? Average atomic mass of carbon. So what did we say in the definition? It is the average sum of the average and we have to take the percentage. So first write what is the percentage for the carbon. What is the percentage that is here? 98.89, and since it is percentage you have to divide it by 100 multiplied, that is there in the definition also, multiplied by its atomic mass which is 12. So this is each one we have taken. Now you have to take sum of all these. Then take the second one, that is the percentage of this is 1.108 divided by 100 into 13.0035 plus the last one, that is 14. First I will write the abundancy, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 10 divided by 100 into atomic mass unit of that is 14 0.00317. So if I calculate this, I will get the value, it is equal to 12.011. This is the average atomic mass of carbon. Like this, all the atomic masses of all the elements have been found out and they have been expressed in the periodic table. Now let's understand the last part of it, molecular mass and formula mass. What is molecular mass? It's very simple. It is sum of all the atomic masses, average atomic masses of all the atoms present in the molecule. Let's see how it is. For one example, methane, it's a molecule. The atoms present here is 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen. Simply add up all the atomic masses here, that will give you the molecular mass. So it is the average atomic mass of carbon is 12.011 plus there are 4 hydrogen atoms and each one is 1.008. So this, if you add up, it will be 60.043. This is the molecular mass of methane. Now let us know the word formula mass. Formula mass is used for the compounds wherein we don't have a discrete separate molecules in the whole compound. We are going to see there will be ions which will be present. Here I will take an example of sodium chloride. If you take a solid sodium chloride and if you see what is actually present there, we are actually finding out, seeing there will be sodium ions will be present, there will be chloride ions which are going to be present. Each sodium will be surrounded by 6 chloride ions and each chloride ion will be surrounded by 6 sodium ions. So looking at the relative proportion, we write the formula of such compound as NaCl. And for this formula, whatever we get the mass, that we call it the formula mass. And the calculation is same as that of molecular mass. The mass, atomic mass of the sodium, we are going to consider it as 23.0 and for the chlorine it is 35.5. If you add up, it will be equal to 58.5. This is the formula mass of sodium chloride. So students, today in this particular session, what are the things that we learned? What is atomic mass unit, and it is expressed in terms of grams, and how to calculate atomic mass of the element like hydrogen, and then we calculated and we understood what is the meaning of word average atomic mass, calculation of the average atomic mass, molecular mass and formula mass. Hope you have understood all the concepts. If you have understood, please like this video and subscribe. Thank you.